Hi guys, welcome back and welcome if you're new. I'm Morgan and this is Bunnies at Home. As you can tell in this video, my voice probably sounds a little bit better. I actually have COVID, so that's just great. Today's video is really exciting because we're going to be going over the supply list, basically everything you need if you are getting a rabbit. So we're just going to hop right into it. You can find this entire supply list on my blog. The page link will be in the description box below. If you haven't already, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so that you'll get notified every time I post. And if you like this video, please make sure that you leave a thumbs up because it really helps me out. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, the things that I'm going to show you, there are tons and tons of options, so you can really mix and match what you want out of your rabbit's enclosure or the things that you want for your rabbit, and you can really tailor it to you and your situation and your home. I'm also going to be filming this in 2 parts, but it will be in the same video, so it won't really make a huge difference to you, except in the second half I will probably look a little bit different. So first I'm going to talk about this cage. This is the Tespo Pet Playpen, and I think it's actually originally made for dogs. It's transparent, so it looks nice in your space. It doesn't have that grid look that can sometimes look messy. It's made of this thin, like, plastic film. It almost reminds me of like laminate, which I think is nice because there's no edges that they can actually get to chew it apart. And you can see what your rabbit is doing at all times. It comes with zip ties that you can use to keep the cage together, and you can also change the layout of the cage. This is one playpen, and you can actually buy 2 and stack them or make it bigger. So one set is about 24 square feet, which is a really good amount of space. And I plan to cut one of the zip ties on one of these and open the cage for several hours a day because I do work from home, so my rabbit will have this as a home base, but will also be able to hop around the house. And this cage retails about $60. Everything I'm going to be showing, at least in this portion, I got off of Amazon. So other options for cages are NIC grids. You can get them from Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, Walmart, really anywhere, and they're pretty cheap. I think they're like $20 for a set. I think when I did it before, I actually used NIC grids, and I bought 2 sets for $40, and it made like a huge 5.5 feet high bunny condo. So you can do tons of things with that. They're super customizable. And a lot of people also use X pens, which are just dog exercising pens. Those work great as well. So it just kind of depends what fits you and what you need in your space. So especially with these custom cages, you're also going to want to think about your flooring because a lot of them don't have flooring, and if they do, they're still not fully waterproof, and flooring can be a huge issue. It was definitely the #1 thing that I was really struggling with first time that I have had rabbits when I was trying to figure out what to use. So this time I came up with this solution, which is a waterproof puzzle piece gym mat. So these are pretty big. They're 24 inches by 24 inches, and there are 6 of them. And this particular set retails for about $25 from Amazon, and it's from the seller We Sell Mats. There are a ton of different options of these, which is really cool. They have ones that look like wood grain, they have white ones that look like wood grain, they have gray, oak, all sorts of different styles, so you can really find something that you like. I just went with the neutral beige one. These are waterproof. They are fairly firm, so I'm still gonna put a rug down in the cage, but they are foam, so there is a little bit of give, and there's plenty of traction, which is great. So even if my rabbit isn't on the rug, they will still have traction to move around freely in the cage without me having to worry about them slipping and falling. Now, this is waterproof, but there are still obviously cracks where the puzzle piece areas are, so if there are accidents, they can leak through the cracks, and I had to think about that. So it took me a while to come up with a solution for this, but I found this. It's called a whelping pad, and this is just a waterproof, basically a little waterproof washable blanket. So I'm gonna lay this down underneath the tiles, and when I do deep cleans, I will fully wipe down the tiles and put this in the wash. So the rabbit won't actually be walking on this. It's basically the bottom waterproof layer in case any accidents seep through the cracks in the puzzle piece mat. So I just thought this was a really good option, and it was about $25. The next thing that I got was this carrier. It is the Moyeno cat carrier. I hope I said that right. I really have no idea. I got it in gray and it was $21, also from Amazon. I really love this because it's soft, but it's still structured. And it also has this waterproof fluffy mat inside of it. So it's really soft and comfortable, but it's also washable and waterproof, which is great. This is the large shielded litter pan from Iris, and it retails for $18. For some reason, the price jumped up really high. It's like $35 right now, but it was only $20 when I bought it. So if you're looking at it and you really like the litter box that I have, I would just wait for the price to go down. It is pretty big, but it's good for an adult rabbit. It has plenty of height here where I can put hay if I want to. So this is a really great uncovered option with high sides to reduce kicking poop everywhere. I also love it because it's rounded on the inside, which will make it really easy to clean. Anything that has crevices can be a little bit harder to clean, so I'm really excited about this. And in my second enclosure, I also have a cheaper litter box that's really big. It's an extra large cat litter box, and I think it was like $10. So there's a huge disparity. You can spend a lot of money if you want to, or you can spend almost nothing. Of course, you'll also want to get a litter scooper. You can get them for literally a few cents. I think the one I have was like $2. So I am currently using Carefresh for litter. It's kind of expensive. Cheapest place I found it in the US is actually at PetSmart. I think it was like $16 there, and other places it was like $20 to $25 for the bigger. But with two separate enclosures going on right now and two separate litter boxes, I've been going through it really fast. So I'm probably going to be looking at getting a wood stove pellet. You can get like a 20-pound bag of them from Tractor Supply for literally like $5, and it lasts quite a while. So that might be what I switch to. The only thing that I don't like about it is that the wood stove pellets are kind of hard, and I just feel bad if my rabbits are standing on this hard litter. But it is very cost effective and it's safe for them, so that's definitely one that I recommend. And then of course there are other options like Yesterday's News that's a little bit cheaper, so that's also another option. But as far as litter, it is recommended to use a paper-based litter, not a pine or cedar shavings. Those are actually shown to cause liver failure. So you want some kind of way to store your hay. There are ones that you can buy that are store-bought, and they're generally really small, and it's just not enough hay. You're gonna be refilling it over and over again all day long. So there are lots and lots of options that you can check out. There are a lot of great ones on Etsy. I get tons of questions about my hay feeder. My dad is a carpenter, so I kind of have it easy on that front. He was able to build me one, but we got our inspiration off of Etsy, and there are tons of options on Etsy. I will link some similar ones in the description box. You can get one of those, or you can get a hay bag, which is a lot cheaper. You can get them for like $12 to $15, so that's a really good option to save some extra money, and they're really easy to refill and stuff like that. So that's definitely another option, and that's what I was actually gonna do if my dad didn't have time to build me the hay feeder. So the next thing on my list is some sort of soft bed or a rug. In my enclosure, I have a jute rug from Target. That one is really soft. It's just like a bath mat sized rug. It was $18, I think. The rabbits actually haven't been chewing it up, so that's great. But if you have more of a chewer, you may want to keep an eye on them, you know, just like how you would if they were running around on the carpet. Generally, anything you put in your rabbit's cage, you want to be okay with them actually destroying. But if they're ingesting it, you want to keep an eye on that, because that's obviously not good. And I also got this teepee that a lot of people really like. It's also from Amazon. It was around $50, and I've actually, of course, taken it out for now because both of my rabbits have peed on it. Just a word to the wise, if you get the teepee, just know that it's gonna become a PP. Other options that are really popular are the IKEA bed. It's a doll bed, and lots of people use it for their rabbits. The wood is untreated as long as you get the one that's not painted, and it's a really great option because they can chew on it and they can sleep on it. And then also linked on my website, I have this cute little hammock that I found. I saw someone use it for their rabbit, and their rabbit did jump into it, but I do wonder if my rabbits would actually jump onto a hammock. I'm not sure. As far as getting them a soft bed, it's kind of optional. You can look at spending between $15 and up to $70+ on something like that. Now, hides are not as optional. You really want to have a hide at least, and there are tons of options for this. You can literally get them for free. Like, I have a cardboard box sitting in my setup right now, and it's worked perfectly fine. The rabbits like to chew it, they like to hide in it, they like to jump on it. So it has lots of purposes, and it was free. So there's a free option for you. You can of course also get wooden ones from pet stores. Generally they're really small. They're good for like dwarf breed rabbits. Both of my rabbits are French Lops, so that's not really gonna work for us. But there are also wooden ones that you can buy from Etsy. I'll probably eventually convince my dad to build me another one, some kind of cute little hidey, but for now I'm just using cardboard boxes. But I do have a really cute wooden hide listed on my blog that's from Etsy, and that one is $55, so it's pretty reasonably priced. They can actually get up there, so you can look to spend between $0 and like $300 or more. Just depends on your budget. Another non-optional item is toys and chews. Your rabbit's teeth grow constantly and they need things to chew on. They're probably going to chew on mostly things that you don't want them to chew on, but giving them options is really important. I have a ton of different things listed on my blog. The first link that you'll find on there is called a natural toy bundle, and that one is from Etsy. It's $22.50 and it's been well worth it. I've split the toys up between my two rabbits and they've been really enjoying them. The set comes with tons of natural chews. I think it was something like 12 or 14 chews, so it was super worth it. I love supporting the smaller businesses on Etsy that are doing things like this, so I really enjoyed this little set. Small Pet Select also has some, Oxbow has some, so there are tons of options, and again, they're all linked on my blog. So the next thing on my list is grooming supplies. So you'll definitely want to have at least a brush and a pair of nail clippers. The best known brush out there is the Hair Buster from Small Pet Select. It's about $20. It's just tried and true. Mine is actually in the mail, so I don't have it to show you, but I'll show you guys a picture. And then I also got these cute little nail clippers. I think I got them at like Pet Supermarket and they were like $6. So the next thing you definitely need is hay and food. So I've done lots and lots of research, and what I've found as far as the best balanced pellet is Oxbow Garden Select. One of my close friends is in vet school right now, and she did say that the Oxbow Garden Select is the current official vet recommendation for a balanced pellet. So if you've been doing a lot of research and you're not sure, that is the current vet recommendation. And then of course you need hay, because rabbits need hay or they will die. So if you have a baby, you want to feed your baby alfalfa hay. It's higher in calcium and it supports bone growth, and as they get older you want to switch them over to Timothy hay, which has a little bit less calcium, because if they have too much calcium when they're adults it can also cause some health issues. So just make sure that you're feeding the right hay during the right phase of life. There's also orchard grass, and there are also mixed hay options that you can try out. And then lastly, you're gonna need some food bowls. So I got one set of them from PetSmart and they were about $6 each, and then the other set I actually got from Amazon and they were $20 for the set. Personally, the ones that I got actually are a little bit too lightweight. My foster bunny, who is pretty big, he's about 10 or 11 pounds. He easily tips it over and makes a huge mess every time he eats. I would probably just recommend getting a really heavy ceramic dog bowl, and for food bowls you'll probably be looking at spending about $10 to $20. So in total my list came out to this number, which I haven't done the math for yet, but I'm just gonna put it right here. And I would say that my supply list is right in the mid-range of as much as you could possibly spend and as least as you could possibly spend. Of course, there are a couple of things that I splurged on a little bit more, things that were a little bit more expensive, and there are definitely ways to cut down on this total cost. So that is it for my supply haul. I hope this has helped you guys out, given you some ideas and kind of given you some direction if you're thinking about getting a rabbit or you're about to get a rabbit and you're not sure what all you need. So hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. And again, if you have awesome solutions for cages, flooring, anything like that, please comment them down below, because I'm sure tons of other people would be really interested to see what you guys are all using. Alright, that is all for today's video. Next video will be a full scope diet video, so it's literally everything you need to know about rabbit diets. So if you're interested in seeing that, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another upload, because YouTube likes to make things very complicated for absolutely no reason. So again, if you guys are interested in any of that, just make sure that you are subscribed and hit the bell icon, and also make sure that you follow us on social media because I'll be sharing tons of other details about our lives and you can just see what we're up to. Alright, I think that's about it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you will come back and see us on Wednesday. Bye!